This is what some people are calling Nibiru. You can see by the picture at the top, it's like right up there, Gina, honey, right up there on that one. Let me see if I can bring myself over here on this. I can. So, okay. Right up there. Right over there at this top part. It blends in so perfectly with the blue of the sky. And you have to ask yourself, how is that possible? Well, there truly is something up there. Or else they wouldn't have things like this flying around in the sky. I saw a great big one today. It was a great big plane going straight up. It had a big solid line. And then traveling right beside it, there was a smaller one. And it had a really small white line. And then down below it, on the other side, coming up from below, there was another smaller one. I thought, are these being trained? I really did. I thought, are they being trained in the sky? Watch this, you all. So look what I've done over here. I've took it over here. What did I do? Yeah, look at this. So I've got this on the photo. Watch what happens when you do this. If it'll let me. Oh, it doesn't want to let me do this, you all. Okay, I wanted to see if I could even mess with this. Okay, watch this. See how it disappears? I can make it totally disappear. Here it is right here. Again, watch it. Watch it how I can turn it and it will like fade away in the sky. They have it to where it can fade away. You would not be able to see it. Do you think there's a green screen up there? Watch it. Because I can make it totally disappear. But up there at the top, right up here, I can't really do it to that because that's the original. But when I put this smaller one here, you can see it can fade out. But something is going on. Something's going on. So we're going to come over here. Hello there, Daz. We're going to come over here to the FAA webcam. And we're going to look at this. So let's click right here. Let's make it really big so you can see. I'm going to, I gotta make sure I'm showing up down here on this one. It's okay. This is perfect. This is perfect, you all.
You ever have that moment?
No, I never had that moment. Never had that moment. Okay, I've got it. Now let's watch this, you all. Watch how it comes to play. You see? Look how it just starts blending in. It will start blending in. I think I've got it big enough for y'all to see. I think I do, so let's watch this again. You don't see it at the top yet, but now you can see it. It's being covered up by the blue of the sky. And then we have, these planes coming by. So this is the Wolf Creek Pass. Watch how all these things move around us. See, where did that come from? They can't cover it up. But then, okay, so we got that one. That's the south facing. Now this is, there's nothing on the northeast. You're not going to see it on the northeast, and we're going to look at it. And we can just do this. You won't see it on the northeast at all. And you're not going to see it on certain cameras because of the altitude, I think. They got to be pointed in a perfect direction at a perfect angle. What on earth has happened? Okay, I got to do this. Okay, you're not seeing it. You're not. But then let's get to here. Right here. This is the eastern camera. And then it's gone because I didn't have that very many things here. But it doesn't stop these things from flying around in the sky. See it? I bet that's a ship. It does look like ships. It really does. Sporadic ships, little small ships that they look like it, but you can't really tell. Strange because there's no other clouds there. No other clouds. And then it disappears. That's all the timestamp we got of it. If we go, okay, so we got it right here. And we're going to see it on the other one too because we're going to look on the northern right here. You can see it. You just go over here. And then we're just going to click through this. They say this is Nibiru. That's what they're calling it, Nibiru. Like the planet X. And you see it's still going now. Now we're coming over here on the southwest camera of the FAA. You can see they're already starting to try to cover up. They're waiting for it to come to this part of the sky since it is the southwest. You're going through those frames. All right, there it comes. It's right up there, you all. It's blending in perfectly with the sky right up there. And it's slowly being seen. Slowly. That's why the sun is so bright. Look, you can see from the snow below, it's super bright. Super bright, so you can't see it. But you can see it. And then they've got it covered up. If you're just tuning in, they covering it up really well. I think there was another pass. Which one was it? I think it was Wilkerson. Wilkerson Pass. It might have shown it. Yeah, it did. It showed it, you all. Over here at Wilkerson Pass on the FAA. Let's see it. So let's look at this, you all. If you just tuning in, trying to get to where we can see it in the sky. Not right here. It's not in this camera. It's in this one right here. Watch. Okay. So this is the Wilkerson Pass, southwest. It's in the southwest sky. And it looks like it's going to go down. See it? Look how big it is. Right there. They're trying to cover it up. There really looks like there's something on the inside of that. Can you see that? Right here on the inside of it, you all? I don't know what is happening with my phone. Right there on the inside. Okay. I think, is it letting you see it? I don't know what's happening. You know what I think it's doing? Did you even get to see any of it? Don't tell me that was on me the whole entire time and you didn't get to see anything. I think they're playing with it. I hope I'm not in a timeline, like in another thing at the same time. It's like you can't, okay, here we go. Just like this. You can't see it. It's at 1408. Now it's 1418. You can see it now. 1418. 1428. Every 10 minutes, 1438. But there looks like there really is something in the center of it. Right there, and I don't know what it is. Let's keep going, you all, because really there's something more going on. I think this is different than the black hole. Look at that. Now it's like 1528, so it's around 3 something. You see it right there. Now they're covering it up again. Then you have to ask yourself, what's the round circle right there? And why did they have to put that on here? Okay, they didn't have to put it on here. It just went to there. What's the round circle right there? What's that? Let's get this. See, now it's showing blue. Can you see it? Can you see the screen? I don't know if that's like just normal clouds. It may not be. Then that's the end of that one. Then there is no more for this one. There is no more. Then let's see if we can find another one, you all, because there truly is. Let's look at the time lapse. There's nothing in this one, nothing in that one, nothing in that one, and nothing in that one. Mountain Hill. These are the FAA weather cams, you all. And only certain weather cams on the FAA have the image of what we were looking at. Only certain ones, which is really interesting. Did we look at the Monarch Pass? I think we might had. Can't see it. The Wolf Creek is the main one. Oh, that's the meter. Hold on, you all. Let's see if we can get the Wolf Creek Pass. What are they doing? It looks like they've done something and covered it up for me, so I can't get to it. Okay, it's behind it. Okay, we got it. Now, how could something that big, really ask yourself, how could something that big be in the sky and nobody know about it? Nobody. How can it be? And it's blending in perfectly in the southern sky. It's like it's underneath the sun. So when the sun rises, it's under the sun. And then it gets red. And then it gets white. Can you see it? And why do all of those things right there, why do they, let me do this. Why do they twirl around? Really ask yourself. That's at start, and that's going to be the end. We can just play it, and you can see it. Watch it. It's like this. You can see it for yourself. We got it up close, and I'm just going to take myself off of there so you can see it. It's like really big. And can you see them twirling around on it? Why would... Well, if you were to look up in the sky and they didn't cover it, and you saw something massive and red like that, it probably would be scary. Probably. It's doing something. It stopped. It stopped on my end. Wonder what happened. I didn't stop it, but it stopped it. Let's look at it again, you all. This is the Wolf Creek Pass. This is bound to be different than the black hole. This totally reset itself for some strange reason to where you can't see it. If technology doesn't want you to see something, you won't see it unless you're meant to see it. Let me see. Let's come one more, and it's this one over here, which you can barely see it, or not at all see it. Yeah, you can just barely see it. Right here, you can just barely see it. You don't get to see it for long at all, you all. Not at all. But right here, you can see it. If you put it right here, you set the start right here and set that as the end and push play, you can really see it good. Just like this. It's 11 o'clock. It's clearly... There is truly something up there, or it would not be even reflecting at all. It wouldn't be reflecting on the camera lens or anything if that object was not up in the sky. When the people say, oh, it's just a reflection. Reflection of what? Because there's these holes in it, they're spinning too. They're totally spinning too. Yeah, it is. It's interesting. Oh, Sonia Rhodes, honey, thank you. I try to get on here. I try to get on here throughout the day, since that's what I've been doing. Stop what I'm doing and come on here. And I haven't been over here in a while. I haven't. I try to catch stuff at night, but then you can't really catch much stuff at night because the sky gets so pitch black. But there is something going on. And let me see this. Put this back to me. Somebody said Nibiru is, Nibiru in our sky. Could it be messing with the sun? Let's look at this. Look at all these images. You can see all these different images. Look at this. How did that happen? Approaches the two suns. Look at that sky, you all. Can you see that? That is really wild. That looks, I don't know what that's on. It could be on a FAA webcam. Truth about the mystery plane seen next to the sun. What's that? Maui, Hawaii, Nibiru sun above our sun. Two suns in the sky of June. See that right there. And then look up here. They say it's reflecting. And it does. It reflects on the water. When the sun rises in the morning, before my trees got so full, I could see the water in my pond turn red. It had a reddish glow to it. And I'm sure you all could see it too. When you're looking at it and it's reflecting, you can see it. You totally can. You have to ask yourself, why do they got to do this to the sky if there's nothing up there? And this is the outer edges right there. Right there. And then right here. Look at the rainbow colors, though. What was going to see something. Somebody said, that's a really good one. Nibiru, do these photos prove that Planet X exists? Let's see what the Express K, look at that. If that's not Planet X, then what is it by the sun? Is it a big mothership? Do you think it's a mothership? Because there are objects up there in the sky that are round also, but there clearly is something rising with the sun. Otherwise, they wouldn't do this in the sky right here. They would not do that at all. No way. They wouldn't do it. Because they wouldn't have a need to do it. And you see how messy they make the sky. It's like they're in a rush to try to cover it up in any way that they can. But look, the center. You ever see like that little center? When you're taking a picture, you see this center right here. You got that little blue dot. When in fact, that probably little blue dot is truly the center of the sun. But all you're seeing is a great big massive white. But it's picking up the center of that white when you're taking your picture. That's what I think it is. The center of the sun. And the center of a light, too. When we got it pointed at a light, you're going to get that little blue reflection because it's pointing at the center of the light. It's like in the sky. But then this right here, just like that. Something's bouncing all over the place, you all. We got to be bouncing. We're going to be bouncing. Look, Nibiru planets fill the sky. Look at that. Really red. And look at this. But these images right here, we've done some old images that was seen. Well, now that looks like a cube right there, like a cube right there. Old manuscripts have the sun, and they have like a ring around it going this way, and then they have an arch going that way on both sides of the sun, on the top and the bottom. So something has always been here in the sky. We did do a video on that, you all. Found all these images on the Pinterest. Oh, look at that. Look at that, you all. It's got that great big hole. But you know what? That right there reminds me of my photo that I took. But mine wasn't that big, as big as that one right there. Planet X, Wormwood, planet in the sky. Is it? Let me put this back here. Let me see what did mine look like? Because I had taken the picture of the two suns. Okay, I'm about here, you all. Let me look at it. This was my backyard back in 2018. This is in the southern sky. I'd never seen anything like that ever since. I stood in my backyard. It was right there in the dead center of the sky. This is what the clouds did. They did this. I thought, wow, what are you doing? It was wild. It was. But this is what I captured. This is what I first started off in June of 2018. I started off doing this right here, the two suns. Now see, there is an object. There is an object up there. Right up there, because you can see it. Let me see if I can lighten it some so you can see it better. Can you see it better? You can see it up there. Right there. And that's what I was taking pictures of when the winged beings came out of the southwest corner of the sky through these massive, it was storm clouds, two gigantic columns. Storm clouds. It's like the sky split open from the, I don't know, other dimension, and out came these big black winged beings with the like 20 to 30 foot wingspan with reddish orange tips on the bottom of their feathers. They had human bodies. I thought they were hang gliders with costumes, and a reddish orange cummerbund and reddish orange like legging where the boots were. But I was filming this at that time, trying to catch them as they were going through the clouds. But they are, you all, they're real. These things, whatever's in the sky, well, I got to cancel that. It's real. I want to cancel it because I don't want to mess up my photo. Right there. But this, I never know what it was. I thought, is there something inside it? That's what I thought. Is there something inside it? Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. Let me get it back to me. So we're back over here, you all. So there's bound to be something here. Look at that. A Nibiru appeared in the sky. Look at that arc right there. That looks like the teeny tiny moon. Look how massive that is. That is massive. The edge of a giant. What's that going to say, you all? We got to see that. The edge of a giant. A video featuring a giant-like planet structure went viral. Conspiracy theorists started claiming that Nibiru has appeared in the skies and result. This is 2019, in an imminent apocalypse. Well, there's something up there that has a massive shadow on it. It really does. Something is up there. Looked like a crescent moon. Look, they spotted it while observing the moon. Look how tiny the moon is. That's how tiny the moon is, you all, right there. That little bitty curve, like right there. Tiny. But then how could something that big be up there and the moon be that small? Can you see it? It's like, see, that's supposed to be the crescent of a moon. I've never seen a depiction or a picture like this compared to the slither of the moon. Somebody got a happy birthday. Whose happy birthday is it right now? I just saw something. Yeah, whose happy birthday is it? appearing next to the moon. Now, I would say that this could be like the curve of a camera lens on the side. I could say that because I've had the effect which looked like a portal open up in my yard with a curvature that big. But oh, your granddaughter and your new puppy was born this afternoon, Jen. That's so wonderful. Yes, it is. It's precious. It went viral. Scott C. Waring, a popular extraterrestrial researcher from Taiwan, analyzed it and put it to two different theories about the creepy sightings. The planet itself may be in another timeline and is revealing itself due to a disturbance in the timeline. Now, that could be true, like a black hole near it, or possibly the inhabitants are experimenting with the time travel. It could be Earth from another timeline that we're looking at. I believe this story to be true. He also believes sometimes this giant planet might be Nibiru or Planet X, a space body, which is supposed to cause the apocalypse on Earth. The second possibility is the ancient planet Nibiru, whose orbit passes the Earth once every 15,000 about. It is said to have incredibly ancient species on it. Ancient species on it? Really? Ancient species on it? I lost my track. Now, how did I do that? Okay. And that are using Earth as an experiment for studying stages of their own past. Every few orbits, drastic changes on Earth are made, and the species go extinct. Yeah. And new species appear. And that is why there are many gaps in the record of human evolution. There is. That is true. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. As every scientist knows, scientific subjects like rats, dogs, cats are used. Once finished, they must be. That is not nice. So the lab experiment does not pollute other future experiments. I did not know that, you all. I did not. Did you see that? Every scientist knows when you have subjects like rats, dogs, and cats, once they're finished, they got to be exterminated so the experiment doesn't pollute our future experiments. I don't want to be part of an experiment on the Earth. But experts have dismissed both the theories. As per experts, such a giant body, it comes close to the Earth, will cause huge waves, huge tides. It may cause flooding in all nooks of the Earth. As no such events have ever happened to now, this strange edge should be classified as a weird shaped cloud or a normal glitch in a camera. So you can see it. So I was just looking at some of these pictures, you all, because some of these were kind of wild. Excuse me. Kind of wild, but we were looking at the FAA webcam is what we were looking at, and we was seeing what looked like Nibiru. Now this right here, we have captured bodies like this at Mount Etna. I think it was Mount Etna on their live webcam. As the sun was at a certain angle in the sky, there were around 7 objects that showed up on that live webcam. 7 objects were reflected in the sky. So there is something up there. There is something definitely up there. I used to capture things like this all the time when I first started off, too, with my clip-on lens, there were artifacts that were captured in there. And see, now look at this. You have to ask yourself, why does it look like it looks inside of it? Why does it look like there's a diamond shape? Then why does it look like there's something red right there on it? See, this is what we see in the sky all the time. But according to ancient manuscripts, this shape has been up in the sky, but how can it be, really? And what is it? What is it? Or is it a shape? Maybe they wrote it to make it look like it was always there. I don't know what's going on with that. I really don't. But it looks really wild. And if we're going to get right back over here to the FAA webcam, because this is where we were looking at this object in the sky, like Nibiru. Oh, this only, it's all these other images of the Wolf Creek. Those have already fell off. But we've got more have came on through this one, and you can see that it is perfectly blended in with the sky up there, you all. You can barely see it until we do this, and then it comes out. Then it comes out, and you can see it. And it's rotating. It's rotating, because if you look at the one spot right here in the center, these 3 rows, and put it in the center of the screen, these 3 things on the right there on the red planet-like thing, they will go, and you won't see them as it's going across the sky, because it's going to rotate. You won't see them in that spot. Watch it. See, they're gone. They're gone. You won't see them in that spot. Now see, it's blending in with the sky again, and you don't get to see it. It fades away. But then those spots there, it's continually turning, rotating in the sky. So something is up there. We know that. It looks really neat, like it came straight out of there. Yeah. Something's up there, and they're not talking about it, although they did look for it. They did look for Planet X, NASA did, and they said they found it, and then they changed their mind. Oh, no, they didn't find it. They changed their mind, you all, is what they said. They changed it completely. But it blends in with the sky. It does perfectly, except when the sun shines on it the right way. And that's why they got to get up there and fly around the sky and make it all white so you can't see it. Otherwise, you'd see it, which is strange. You ever notice sometimes they make the sky a really, really certain blue? You're going, wow, that's a really weird blue. It doesn't even look normal. Yeah. So I am going to go. And with that being said, thank you for watching, you all. And hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Oh, it's evening. It's already 6:55 p.m. at night, you all. I can't believe it. The day has flown by so fast, you all. It has. That's right. So thank you all. Shalom, Scott Drake. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Apple Brooks Honey. If there's any other moderator, thank you. If not, thank you, Apple Brooks Honey. Thank you all for your comments. And have a good evening.